All right, we are live, Chica. I'm going to go on um, Facebook and make sure it's launching right. Plus, then we'll be able to see questions. So give me just a second. There's a 10-second delay, so we'll see if it's working. All right, we are live. Yay, it's working. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Valerie. Hey, Darcy's on. Hey, Carol. Hey, Audra. Yay, we love it when our technology works, don't we, Joanna?
Absolutely.
All right, so I am Lisa Zimmer with Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips. You can follow me on YouTube, Lisa Zimmer, and you can learn more about me at lisazimmer.net. So I'm a doTERRA Diamond, and all that means to me is I help lots of people learn how to share doTERRA and make the world a healthier, better place. I have a guest speaker today, my upline, Joanna Sacco. And the reason I want you all to meet this gorgeous lady is she has a special gift. And as you all know, I don't claim to know everything. I encourage you to come learn about building the business from me on YouTube and through Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips Facebook group. Because if I don't know the answer, we're working to build our expert network so that we have people to work with for the answers. So Joanna is going to be our go-to gal for mindset mentoring. So many of us, the biggest problem we have in building our doTERRA business is fear and mindset issues. Hey Kelly, hey Michelle, you got a lot of fans on here, Joanna. And Joanna has helped a lot of us overcome that. And as we were all working with her and seeing us overcome huge obstacles, I realized, especially for my own team, because this is not my strength, helping people with their mindset, I realized we needed Joanna for a lot more, and she has started her mindset mentoring business. So I'm going to let Joanna talk about herself and she'll tell you a little bit about herself. And then if you have been working with her for your mindset mentoring, please post in the comments your testimonials so that we can share them here. And then Joanna's going to talk about how, if you feel like this is something that you need, you can set up some time to work with her. So take it away, Miss Joanna.
Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. This is seriously one of my biggest passions in life, and it has been probably since I was a little girl, just helping people overcome what is holding them back in life. And people would always come to me with their problems, and I would always help them solve them. And now I'm so excited to be taking this business to the next level and working with all of you guys. So what is mindset, right? Sometimes we hear about mindset, but we really are not that sure about what it is. So mindset basically is a set of beliefs or way of thinking that determines one's behavior, outlook, and mental attitude. So that's basically what mindset is. And in our business, we need to have our mindset right. 90% of this business really is mindset. It is. It's our belief in ourselves, belief in our company, belief in what we're doing, and getting out of our own way. So then we can take all of these amazing tools that people like Lisa have created, that Jen teaches us on social media, and we don't block our success, because a lot of times, a lot of these fears that we have, a lot of our own just lack of belief in ourselves stops us, no matter what, no matter how much we're using the things that we're supposed to be using, the things we're doing. If we're not right in our mindset, then we're not attracting people to our team, right? Because if you're looking like desperate, and if you're kind of, what I always tell people is, you don't want to be a shark, because people will feel that. So you can be doing all the right things, but if you're portraying that kind of shark attitude, then you're going to just be repelling, not attracting. So I work with people by teaching them how to have a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. This is huge. You can learn new skills. You can learn how to rewire your brain for success. I'm also a big science person. So in my previous life, before being a doTERRA Diamond, I worked at Dartmouth Medical School in psychiatric research. I worked on the neuropsychology unit. I love the brain. I love studying how it works. And I love that now science is actually able to show us exactly why law of attraction, visualization, affirmations, why all of that works. So if you're into law of attraction, you know that there's people who have been talking about it for thousands of years, right? There's books written on it. All the successful people talk about how they use these skills to get to their level of success and maintain it. But now through brain scans and through all these different scientific methods, we're able to show you how. So I love working with people too who are a little bit skeptical about this kind of stuff. Because a lot, like Lisa, a little skeptical, right? But I can say, look, here's this, here's the reason why, here's this brain scan of what happens to your brain when you tell yourself this versus that, and how you can totally just rewire your brain. Our brain has neural circuitry that can be just rewired, basically. So this is my jam. I love it. I've been studying it for years. Like I said, I have a degree in psychology. I have a team of 4,622 people as of last night, 2 diamonds, multiple silvers, a couple of golds. So I love mentoring my team about this stuff, because I feel like it's crucial. It really is. It's crucial. And now I'm so excited to open this up to other people.
Now that we know that, well, for me, so those of you that follow me, as you know, I don't just slap, excuse me, some tools or referral up without going through the process. So as you know, I recommend different people on social media to help you build. I've taken those classes first. Joanna's been working with me since I started my doTERRA business. So if you didn't hear my presentation at convention, she is the person I referenced who helped me see past my mindset block of, I love selling rollers for $10, which is a company policy and not how you build doTERRA. And I had a block getting people on LRP. Because back then the system was really complicated. When I started doTERRA, I didn't have enough help or direction on how to order. And so when I went to order on LRP, it was confusing. I ended up with multiple packages and I got upset. Granted, I had brain damage back then. I got upset and I canceled all of my doTERRA and I started ordering it on Amazon and making rollers. Right. So when I got back into it and started doing it right, I had a terrible mindset and block about LRP because it was all bad to me. And so Joanna said to me, very kindly, because you say it in a way like you don't reprimand people, you don't tell them they're dumb and they don't know anything, like, and I was dumb and didn't know anything. You help us see the real picture, which was, why are you denying people the opportunity to get the oils at a better price and work towards their 30%, and you not have to be the revolving door? They just go online and order it. Like, so it's one of those things where she will help you dig deep and find the reason why you're having that block. So if you are someone that has trouble selling kits because you think they're too expensive, you have trouble getting people on LRP because you don't want to be pushy, you have trouble handing out a trifold because you don't want to interrupt someone or offend them, you have trouble coming up to speak to me at convention because you don't want to be rude or you're scared or whatever, like, just come up, right? So all of these things are mindset issues. If you have trouble teaching your first class because you feel like you need to know more, like, what are all these things that are holding you back? And so someone just said, oh my God, you bought on Amazon. Yes, I did. I swear to God, you guys follow me, because if anybody did it wrong, I did.
She's a much better downline now.
Watch the video I made on how to be a good downline. I'm a much better downline now. And so seriously, I've literally done everything wrong across the board. And so be sure to watch and look at these comments. Now, people are already asking Joanna, your contact information. So tell them how they can learn more about you, where to go, and what they need to do to get signed up.
Wonderful. So basically, had a crash.
Your
Sorry.
light crashed. All right, I'll chat until you get done. I'm going to read Debbie's testimonial. So Debbie Flores says, affirmations and vision boards recommended by Joanna are helpful. She is very sweet and does her training in a kind and loving way. Right. I have the same mind blocks as a nurse. I'd rather help people and give them oils. It's a different mindset. I need to also do it right. Yes, that's huge, Sonia. So that's one thing I help people with is stop giving away all the oils because you're doing it wrong. In fact, I can't remember. Someone messaged me the other day and said, what oils would you use for blah, 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 blah. I can't even remember. Don't do that, by the way. Use your book or app. But it was someone on my team. And I was helping them help someone with a serious problem. And I said, this is what I would do. And she said, great, I'm going to whip her up a roller. And I said, oh, no, you are not.
No.
And she's going to do it for free. And I said, you are not helping people when you do that. Here's why. It's going to be of less value to them. I want to apply this to real practical situations. It is not helping them. You think it is, but it is not. You think you're being generous and you're impeding the process to get them to a better life. It's not going to be of value to them. They're not going to understand why they need to get their own account. They're not going to understand that you are denying them that 30% sooner. So what you do is you say, yes, I have the answer for that. Let me help you order it. It's this much money. Shall we go ahead and order? Done, right? Because you have to get them into the system and into the process. You delaying and researching and whipping up this sample and doing this and doing that is that much longer. You're denying them 30% in rewards, getting into your community where they can feel safe and loved and grow faster, more. So don't do it, right? So that's a mindset issue on your part. We think the overservers and givers, right? This is where Joanna's going to come in and help you do it the right way and save your business and still be able to help everyone. Right. So Joanna, tell us how we can get signed up with you for our mindset mentoring.
All right. So I have created a nice and easy way for you guys to check out exactly, what we would be doing together. And you can sign up right then through a link that is in the Facebook group that I just posted in the comments. So it's just Joanna Sacco Mindset Mentoring. And there's 4 posts in there and you can just read everything in there. And the last post shows you how to sign up. And what I really want to say is that I believe that everybody already has the answers inside of them. And what I do is really help you come up with those answers and pull those out of you because you all have that greatness within you. You have the potential and the ability to get there, but sometimes you just need somebody to ask skillfully the right kinds of questions to get those answers that are already there within you. So that's what I will be doing with you guys.
Yay. All right. When we get done too, as you know, as soon as we get done, this will be recorded and posted, and then we'll put the links to her stuff and her contact information at the top, so you'll have it. Sorry, I got flyaway hair, so I have an itchy nose today. All right, so now what I want to do is bring in our second guest speaker to talk about, again, mindset, but also how she, what she had to overcome to take her business and keep it moving forward. So give me just a second while I work on bringing in Miss Pamela Cohen. Right, unmute. All right, so Pamela, yay, it's working. It's always good when this stuff works. All right, so as you can see, Pamela's wearing a baby. So first mindset that she's been successful at is doing doTERRA anywhere and not using family as an excuse, but as a motivator to keep going, right? So Pamela, tell us a little bit about yourself. So what you guys probably don't know is how I've been picking these guest speakers is I watch the comments. I watch and see who has successes on what. And I honestly ask the guest speakers pretty much nothing other than, hey, will you join me on a Zoom? So I know nothing about Pamela. And we've been very lucky that all of our guest speakers talk about amazing things because I don't plan these at all. Pamela posted in the comments, I think it was that you did your first make and take, and it went great. And I think really that was about it, wasn't it, Pam?
Yeah.
You go by Pam or Pamela?
Pam.
Pam. Okay, good. And then, so I'm just going to have you introduce yourself and tell them what rank you are, how long you've been doing doTERRA, and just give us your story.
All right, cool. I'm sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy because I'm moving, but
that's real life. We like real life.
And hopefully it's inspiring you to, like she said, don't let it be your excuse, you know, move on anyway. So I have been using doTERRA products since December 2014, and I started sharing them very lightly at first, but not really serious. It wasn't until after I had my daughter and we moved that I was like, okay, I really want to do this. So it's been probably about close to 4 years since I've been doing the business part. And I am we're a military family. So we've actually moved to like 5 states in that period. So
this is great. We have a lot of military families in doTERRA, so this is fantastic.
Yeah, and it's perfect for military families. And I like to add, some people would say maybe that's a challenge because you're always moving. I see it as a great advantage because I'm always meeting new people. So, and I'm really good at staying in touch with people. And that has nothing to do with my business either. That's just because I genuinely meet people and I like them. So I think that's helped, of course. But I'm a platinum with doTERRA. And right now we live in El Paso, Texas. And we moved here. This is Audrey. She's 4 months old. And we moved here when she was only 5 weeks old. So I was like, okay, all right, I need to keep going with my business. I need to re-engage. How do I get started in this new area? And I started following Lisa because my dear friend and one of my team members, Kelly Boyd, has been following you and started implementing your make and take. So I'm like, let me check this out. And I always was interested in doing make and takes, but I never would do them because exactly what you just described, I didn't see how it could actually empower people to like get their own account and just start taking charge. Like I did not want people coming to me asking me, oh, can I buy another, X from you? I'm like, no, they need to get their own account. So I never knew how to connect it to make it so they would actually see the value. And so I feel like this is just an awakening. So I'm so happy and grateful to you for giving us this opportunity in education. So I planned my first one the beginning of September, and I invited, I think, about 10 people, and none of them were people that I knew that well because we just moved here. They were pretty much all spouses of people my husband works with. So I knew them, but not well. And I was nervous to ask them because if anyone's in the military, you kind of know a lot of military spouses are selling something. They're all doing a network marketing business. And so a fear of mine that I've had to work really hard in overcoming is I don't want to be grouped into that. Of like
those people?
Yes, because it's like sometimes as soon as you meet them, like the next conversation you're having or the next reach out, it's about what they're selling. Sorry. So I don't want to be in that category of people. But I feel like the make and take was such a good way to invite them because they knew ahead of time, like these rollers are $5. You can make none of them. You can make all of them. It's up to you. We're just going to have fun. And they came, like 8 of them came. And so the other thing is for military families, know that they're also looking for connection. And that's, I think, another reason why they came too, because they want to connect with people and they knew it would be just low pressure and a good way to meet people. So we did it. Had a great time.
How many came?
8.
8. Wow.
8. Yeah. So one was already enrolled. I had enrolled her the month before, and one came and she was like, "Oh yeah, I love this oil. I love that oil." I'm like, "I didn't know you used doTERRA." And so I talked to her after. She was getting them from her sister. So I'm like, Lauren, you need to get your own account. And she did it with her sister. So I'm happy. That's how it should
Lady
be.
doTERRA.
Exactly. She's with her sister where she belongs. I hope her sister's learning. Don't do that for people, help them get their own account. I hope I made a bigger impact in that way for everybody. And one of them enrolled with me yesterday, actually. So I've been touching base with her and following up with her about her rollers. And I've been touching base with the other ones. 2 of them use Young Living, and that's not a barrier to me, but I think that in their mind, they're still thinking, oh, I have all these other oils. So they're in my public education group now, and I'm having a make and take cleaning one this month. So I've invited them to that, and I'll just keep kind of including them into my community, how I do that. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. This is just how I have to do it, okay?
Yep.
But, and I think one was already enrolled with somebody else, which I didn't know. So that's fine. And that's the other thing I like about this is that I feel like, so what? She came and she made some things and I broke even and she had fun and that's fine, So it was a lot of fun. It brought life back into my business, like you say. And that's just important, of course. So since then, I'll just share that I set up a meeting with the director of my daughter's school. She goes to a Montessori private school, to talk to her about doing, now I want you guys to think you should totally do this, but I did it in a way that I wanted to create value for them. So they do fundraisers that we just can't participate in because my daughter can't have dairy, and they do pizza Fridays, and they do another one with box tops, and we don't buy any of that. So I approached her. I said, I would love to contribute and help fundraise for this school. But so I have an idea that feeds into the mission of what you guys are all about. And it helps teach kids about plants and the earth. And I want to do the make a take. Yep. And I explained it to her. I said, so I'd like to market it as an event to the parents and the kids, where it would be a parent and kid thing, because the parents would need to be there. The kids are too small. But tell them that the proceeds would go towards the school as a fundraiser. But it's like a learning experience that really empowers the families and the children. And so I'm going to go with like a rosemary. They actually grow rosemary. So we'll just take it and say, put this in your fingers and you smell that and talk about what an essential oil is. And then make the rollers, and then the proceeds will go to the school. So it's going to be a great way to meet more families and connect. Oddly enough, the director, I had no idea she uses Young Living oils. She told me she only really uses them because that's what was always introduced to her. So we got into talking about how her husband has, I want to be compliant, so I don't want to say it, but
we'll post to YouTube.
Yes. Has something. So we started talking about supplements. So she said, I don't really use their supplements. I'd like to know about yours. So now we're talking about that. And so it's just expanding from there. So we're going to do a kids connection. They can take there this month. And what else? I'm going to go to the library.
So what was the make and take that you did the first one that brought
the essentials? Just
essentials. Okay, so the essentials make and take, the kid connection that she's talking about, the toxin-free cleaning. She got all of those on our website, lisazimmer.net/shop. And we have those for US and Australia. And then the essentials we have for multiple countries. For the other countries, you can buy the US or Australian version and just edit it with sedgeta.com. Make and take handouts are really easy to edit. We've got video tutorials on how to edit them. But so what I want to summarize here a little bit for some of the things that Pamela said was there were so many little pieces of her story that she's overcome with her mindset. Whereas what we hear a lot of people say, little pieces of what she said, are things that are holding everybody else back. Young living. Like as soon as people say young living, boom, people shut down, don't know what to say, panic and freak out, and don't keep going, right? Moving. A lot of people quit their business when they move because they're like, oh, I can't. Oh, I don't know anybody. 16 million excuses, right? Oh, we're in the military. We move too often. Oh, I don't want to be one of those people in the military. Like there's like probably different little pieces of, for a lot of people, their mindset issues that hold people back. So this is awesome. This totally ties into, I had you on just because you had a successful make and take and it was your first one.
Yeah.
So the mindset there, why this is such a big deal to me, is because those of us that have been in the business a while, like Pam, like Joanna, we're really stubborn to change because we've always done it this way and we got to be the expert at this old way and we don't want to start over. It's just like the same reason it's so difficult for everyone to penetrate the chiropractic market, the physical therapy market, the doctor market. They don't want to learn something new. They already climbed Mount Everest, right? And got these medical degrees and licenses. And their mindset, they're just like, no, I'm not going to climb another mountain, right? Well, that's how we feel in doTERRA, diamonds, platinums who've been doing this forever. I don't want to learn something new and be a newbie again and have little failures along the way until I get it right. And that's a huge mindset that's holding people back from this better way. So keep going, Pamela. I want to hear more about what you have to say. This is so good.
And I add too, for mindset, it's something I try to teach my team always too, is that your fear is never going to go away. So the longer you wait, it actually grows. You're just feeding your fear. So you just have to do it anyway. That's the only way to overcome fear. And you have to know that you're not, no matter how hard you study what you're going to say, what you're going to do, all of that, it doesn't matter. You have to be willing to fail and flop and just do it anyway, because there's no other way to get over it, literally. Yep. So just do it, guys. Do it.
So now I'm just going to being a guest speaker on here, 22,000 people might private message you and say, how are you going to do this fundraiser class? Say, just do it, right? No, but seriously, say, just go do it. Because the only way they really, well, you'll get some, but point being, for those of you watching, stop messaging everyone, stop asking everyone how to do it, and just do it. Do it. Like if there's a video, awesome, right? So we got the videos on lisazimmer.net/videos on how to do your make and take, how to maintain control. Like your straight up make and takes, we got you covered, right? You can't screw it up. We've got so much training out there, but you're still going to screw it up, right? So like one of the things that I've always messed up, and I've been doing the make and takes for over a year now, is I kept forgetting to ask people to host classes. Right? And that's how you get momentum and build doTERRA.
Me too.
I was like, what is wrong with me? But you get to the end and it's like you can only remember so much, right? Well, I didn't forget now. So I did a make and take yesterday, right? Had 2 hostesses. They were sisters. They each invited people. They each only had one because there was a lot going on in their community and people were busy. And we had another member. Got 100% enrollment. I followed every rule, right? I let them make, I overcame my mindset issues, which is, for me, I created the make and takes, well, I'll remember. And so what I did before I got ready was I re-put my tray together and I put little visuals everywhere to remind me to do every single piece. So your mindset can be overconfidence in some areas. You'd think I'd know how to run my own make and takes, right? But, I'm so busy teaching everyone that I forgot to put in the past. I teach them at the house and my philosophy there is I'm at my house. If I forget something, I'll just go grab it. Well, this wasn't at my house this time. So I needed to put my tray together. I'm visual, have all my visuals ready to remind me, ooh, have a little thing about class. And I remember to say, you get a free roller if you host the class, schedule a class, you get a free roller if you enroll. And, so yeah, you got to do the things, but when it comes to trying something new, like Pam's doing with the fundraising, just do it. Pam doesn't know how it's going to go.
I have no idea. She's
going to try it.
Yeah.
See what happens. write down afterwards what worked, what didn't work, and then she's going to fix it. So stop worrying about how you're going to do every little thing. Do it. You know, Pam and I kept forgetting to ask to host classes that are making takes for how many making takes have you done? Just that first one?
I just did the one. Yeah.
One. And I've done a bazillion and I still forgot, right? So that didn't keep me from doing more. You just keep going anyway. You have a baby on your body, right? You just keep going anyway.
Oh, I taught it with her, by the way. Yeah. She was with me. And then when she got tired, I did the same thing I just did. I was bouncing while teaching. But who cares, you guys? Like, then they see it as like, oh, I could do this too. Like, that's a good thing. You want
Absolutely.
them to.
Everybody wants to be perfect, and there's no such thing as perfect in doTERRA. Done is better than perfect. Joanna.
I knew you were going to tell the story. I was waiting for it. Here it comes.
Tell us your baby on board story.
So when I started the business, I just had my third baby. I have 4 now, but I just started my third baby, and I found Lisa because I was doing Diamond Club. And at that point I had a little over 100 people on my team and I knew everybody and I was working closely with everybody. And 1 month, like Lisa Zimmer pops up in my back office because she enrolled somebody. And I was like, who is this Lisa Zimmer? I must know her. She figured out how to enroll somebody like without me, without an upline. Like, she's amazing. I got to meet her. So I called her up and I go over there and I have my baby and I'm like breastfeeding in her living room, like just
like, what's happening?
Like, who is this chick in my living room with a baby on her boob? Like telling me not to sell rollers. No.
And Isaiah ended up going everywhere with us we did scanning events, we did vendor events, and he was along. And then tell us how old your daughter was at the first class that she attended.
Oh, you guys, you're going to think I'm crazy now. So my daughter was born at home and I had just launched a brand new builder, and I love my builders and I'm always there for them in that initial stage. So the day after she was born, I taught a class for my new builder at her house.
No.
Yeah. No excuses. My kids are my why. You know, my why is so big, and this is what I want to teach people too, is their why. And what I've been finding with the mindset stuff is that people are blocked in one of 3 ways. It's either fear, it's their why, or their belief. So we'll uncover which one of those areas you're blocked in and then go from there to help you figure out how to unblock and move forward. But no excuses. Exactly.
Yep. No blocks there for bringing baby day after she was born.
The day after she was born.
Day after she was born. Yep. To class. Right? So when people are like, oh, I can't because I have, 2 kids and in the diamond board and the blue in the presidential board, they're there, and they have like 8 kids, 10 kids. And I'm like, I don't really understand that excuse. I'm sorry. I'm not like comprehending that.
And they're homeschooling all of those kids too. And I'm like,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I have 5 kids. I can't do it. Oh, I have, a husband that travels or that's gone all the time. I can't do it. Like one of the girls I mentor, she hit diamond and her husband was deployed, right? And they have kids, right? And so it's just like, you've got to get in with Joanna and find out why you have excuses, for one, right? What that mindset is that's giving you those excuses, because we never have any excuses, right? I mean, I could be on vacation in Wisconsin Dells and I'm going to stop and enroll someone. Nothing's going to hold me back. I don't have any excuses. And so that's the only way to get to the end goal in doTERRA, to get to the rank that you want to get at, that your family can sustain itself and have the time freedom and financial freedom, and is to figure out what your excuses are and how to get rid of them. And so Joanna's going to help you with that. Pam, do you have anything else you want to share with your experience there? I'm so excited for you.
It's true. You can have excuses or you can have results. You can't have both. So when you find yourself going down that rabbit hole, I'm sure Joanna is amazing at helping this, but you have to recognize that what you're doing is making excuses, and see it, wallow if you need to for a minute, but then think, how can I overcome this? What's the way around this? Because I've been doing it since I got here too. My husband is, he's practically never here. Like, he doesn't even see the kids on weeknights, and then he leaves. He left to go to Hawaii this morning. He took my balance deodorant too. But
Jerk.
That's grounds for divorce. That's unacceptable.
I know. I'm about to overnight my my order right now. But so, I mean, you just have to find a way. Like, I'm at the point where I decided I'm going to start having make it takes every Sunday afternoon at my house, because usually he's around. And if he's not, and my 4-year-old has to be here, I'm just going to put the iPad on for her and just let her watch it. I mean, it's not going to hurt her. She can do it for an hour. I wouldn't normally recommend that. I've never really had her at my classes, but I'll do it. You have to do it anyway. So
Do it scared. Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Pamela, I think you are awesome. You are like the bee's knees, man.
You're awesome, Joanna.
I got lucky. I got lucky today. You guys did good. They don't even know each other, by the way. None of us. I know Joanna,
friends.
but they didn't know Pam, and we don't even know what we're talking about half the time when we come on. All right, I want to check in the comments and see if anybody's got any specific questions before we wrap up. So Julie says, thanks for the inspiration. I'm an Army brat and an Air Force spouse of 13 and a half years. Yay. All right, let's see here. Everybody's loving the baby wearing. Let's see. Kenny says, I'm so grateful I got to work with Joanna as my mindset coach. She listened to me about my background. She is so kind and understanding, interested in what I had to say, encouraging. I never thought of myself as a negative person. I love life, but I never realized how negative I was about myself. She helped me see that. She's helping me to focus on what I can do, what goals I can achieve. To always feed the positive. That's what grows, what you feed. Thanks to Joanna for helping me change my mindset. Yay.
Yay, Kenny.
Janelle says she's in the middle of her training with Joanna, and she is an amazing support system. Carol says, been listening while driving. Joanna has helped me immensely in just 2 sessions to see where I have been doing negative self-talk that I didn't realize I was doing. Now I'm able to catch my negative thought and make them positive. Yay.
Woohoo.
All right, let's see here. Joanna's Facebook group. We're going to repost that so you can get in. Debbie says, Joanna's helping me in so many ways about my thinking. All right. So here's a good example. So Ellen says, if someone hadn't given me a sample, I wouldn't be here today. So what I want to help you with is get those people to make and takes, provide value in it. Because when it comes to duplication, what you want to help everyone do with the make and takes is you're really getting samples into people's hands without the financial detriment, and it's so much more duplicatable. So I couldn't afford to sample. And so if my business relied on sampling people first, I would have failed. So what you have to do is get your business to a point where it's 100% duplicatable, and free sampling is not duplicatable for 100%. And so remember that I'm answering Ellen's for recognizing Ellen's comment. Remember, everything that you do and say, if it is not duplicatable, the people that are seeing you do it and hearing you say it aren't going to be able to duplicate what you're doing 100%. Like if you're an amazing online builder, awesome. But just know that when you talk to people, you have to have some tools in place for them if they can't be an amazing online builder. If you're an amazing in-person teacher, like we were, you better have a system in place to help the masses be duplicatable where you don't have to be an amazing teacher. And so sampling falls into that category. Most people that start doTERRA are just trying to make enough money to get their oils paid for. They certainly can't afford to give away all the product for free and tools for free. All right. I think that was the main question. So we'll repost this, and then, here's a couple more. I'm sorry. Claire says, I love, you can make excuses or have results. Mm-hmm. So true. You know, I'm going to make a graphic of that, right, Pam? Put your name on it.
I got it from somewhere else. I don't remember. Don't quote me.
It's awesome. I love that.
Brene Brown says you can have comfort or courage, but they can't coexist. Kind of
Yeah.
the same, along the same.
That's good.
People love to be comfortable, but it's not going to get you anywhere.
Right.
Thanks so much for the encouragement from both of these ladies. I've been digging deeper, trying to discover fears and limiting beliefs. This came at the perfect time. Vera says she can't wait to do a coaching session with you. Kelly says, Joanna and I will be on our second session this week. I like how she has me focusing on what I need to do. Love it. All right, this is awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll repost this and we'll get it on YouTube. It'll take us a few days to get it on YouTube so you can share it with your teams if you want. Feel free to add your builders and shares to this group and just tag them in the videos. Again, this is an open group for all, and just use it for your teams, tag them in things that pertain to them. You don't have to be on my team. I have a team of 1650 and there's 22,000. We hit 22,000 people in this group this week. Yay. So obviously 20,350 of them are not on my team. And so this is for everyone. This is just a resource for you all to use. Make this your expert network. Okay. When you come into this business, the people that you enroll in under you think you're the expert at everything. Don't try to pretend to be the expert at everything. Everybody's shaking their head, right? Because we all fell down that rabbit hole of trying to be everybody's everything. Don't be everybody's everything. Find the resources for them to be. So what we're trying to build here is the one-stop shop for resources. Get them into biz tips. If your team needs mindset mentoring, send them to Joanna. Don't make it you. They won't grow if they're not working with the right people. And here's what a lot of you may not realize, depending on your rank. We get to diamond or other ranks. I guess it doesn't have to be diamond. And we realize our downline doesn't always listen to us because they are so used to us and over it by that point. They need to talk to other people that aren't you.
Amen.
We're all shaking our heads.
1,000%. Yes.
Because we all thought we had to be everybody's everything. And then we failed. And then we were like, ew. You don't want to be everybody's everything. You want to be the traffic director for your quality of life, for their quality of experience. Like me trying to help my team with mindset. Like, I got mad skills, right? You guys know I have mad skills. That is not one of them. So I need to direct them to Joanna. Facebook building. I don't have that mad skill either, right? So got to do the social media courses. Find the people for your team and let us know, if there's someone that would be amazing at something that we don't already offer, so I can try it and we can continue to build this expert network. We just need to do it that way so that we don't work ourselves to death when we get to these higher ranks and wear ourselves out, because even at the higher ranks, what you need to be focusing on is teaching classes, handing out trifolds, enrolling people, and getting them into the folds, getting them into the system. You're not a manager anymore and directing everyone 100% of your time, or your business will become stagnant. You're just directing them to the mindset people, directing them to the social media people. You're teaching your classes and you're still duplicating, looking for more customers, looking for more leaders, and growing your team. So don't fall into that black hole or that pit. All right. Thanks, guys. Joanna, do you have anything else you want to share before we wrap up? We'll post your contact info in the post, so we'll be good there.
No, I just wish that we had this community sooner, Lisa, that you created, because just think about like the FAQ system that I was trying to create for years. And like, time is money, you guys. In your business, time equals money. So think about how much time it would take you to create, for example, the systems that Lisa has created for you. How much education you would have to go through to learn how to, put it all together and do the graphic design and do the whatever Lisa does. I mean, it's hours and hours and hours. So like $20 for a trifold is nothing. Same thing with like mindset. Like think about how many books you would have to read, how many like YouTube videos, podcasts, like how many like conferences you'd have to go to. So time is money. Invest in yourself, like work in your zone of genius, work works for you. And then, yeah, definitely like export out tasks to other people who already did all that work. And I wish that I had understood that sooner in my business too.
I love that. I did. I tried to be everything and then finally realized what I'm good at is systems and processes and the psychology and analyzing to help people get to the finish line. And the rest of it, not my strong suit. And teaching, I love teaching because I love people, but obviously that's why this group exists, because I love teaching. But yeah, the rest of it, get your people in place. Thanks, Pam, for coming on with the baby on board. That was awesome. Actually, we couldn't have like planned that or planted that any better. People need to see that's what real life is. Whatever the situation, you show up anyway, right? Just like going live, I go live on vacation as long as I'm not on an airplane, or I almost never cancel. I think I've canceled like 3 lives, and I go live twice a week. I think I've canceled like 3 lives in a year or something like that. So you got to show up for your business to move forward, and no excuses. Excuses does not equal results. Love that. All right, let's see what time is it. Perfect, we're right on time. We even have a few minutes to spare. All right, so if anybody has any questions, I have a mindset thing that I wanted to talk about really quick. And so I want to talk about, so my make and take yesterday was or my shares, right? People that said they want to host a class, and they're going to be my shares, my enrollments, and they're on one of my silvers team, right? And so it is so important for you to work on having an abundance mindset and not a scarcity mindset when you're working with your team. So like it is, whether it's a vendor event, a make and take, like I had with my teammate yesterday, make sure that when you're working with your team, you're setting your team up to move forward. So what I mean by that is it was very important for me yesterday, even though my silver leader didn't hold the enrollment to these ladies, it was very important for me and my leader to communicate clearly in how this was benefiting her and benefiting me. And so the reason I want to talk about this is we get so focused on enrollments and enrolling people that we're not looking towards future growth. And so I know Joanna knows what I mean here, because what you do when you enroll people, for example, if you have similar relationships, so say me and my builder, we're both realtors, right? My builder was a realtor, and we work in the same office. It's so important for us to work together and make sure that the people that we both know end up all on the same team for relationship building, because otherwise you create animosity. The reason this is so important to me, I live in a small community too, so we have this all the time, and I have to think about this all the time. If I enroll someone and my mindset is I'm gonna enroll them and place them where I need them, because I've done that, right? And it didn't work out so well. I'm going to place them where I need volume to do something this month. Huge mistake. I have to think about how this is going to play out long term, right? But I was thinking scarcity mindset and put them where I needed them right now to get something. I wasn't thinking abundance mindset. Where do I need to put them for them to have a better experience, for my builders to be excited? So even though I enrolled them and held their enrollment, I got to look and see who are they friends with on my team that's building. Even if I got a weak leg over here, I can't put them over there, because how it's going to play out, because I saw it, because I did it wrong, is I need to put them with Tracy, because Tracy's friends with this person. That person's going to call Tracy and ask Tracy stuff about doTERRA and ask questions, right? And now Tracy's got to say, sorry, I don't know, because you got to talk to the person that she put you under or whatever, right? Not really. My Tracy wouldn't do that. But point being, Tracy's going to be hurt because I didn't include her in the process. Now, you can't do it perfectly every time, but over time, it's going to make your customer uncomfortable if they're like, well, who's this lady? I don't know. Well, sorry, I put you on someone's team where I needed volume. I didn't put you for long-term growth and abundance mindset. So I want to teach people, because I didn't know anything about this when we first started. So we had mothers and daughters on different teams because we needed volume over here, right? Think long-term. How did think they feel about it? Now we had to go back and work with doTERRA and try to fix it all. And sometimes we could, and sometimes we couldn't. And so I want you to think for your mindset. Don't think about hitting that goal, whether it's premier or silver or gold or diamond. Yeah, it'd be awesome if you could, but how is that going to play out long term? That's why we're not blue diamond, because I am no longer going to put people in the wrong place. I'm going to put them, even if their relationship is on a leg that I definitely don't need to build, but that future relationship is there. The customer's going to feel better long term. The builder's not going to have animosity to the other builder that their friend got put on, right? You got to think long term. So that's something that came up at my make and take yesterday. It comes up all the time. We're getting ready to do a huge team-wide vendor event, right? This vendor event's $500. So I can't do it by myself. I need my whole team there, and I need them all working together, having security, knowing, because we've already done this event once, that who they talk to, if they're friends with Joanna, they know not to enroll them if Joanna's standing right there and Joanna says, oh, hey, Susie, you're my friend. They know that relationship is better long-term for all. Because what's going to happen is they're going to put all this time and energy into that person, and they're going to be like, but I wanted to be with Joanna. And so now you've got someone who's uncomfortable and awkward. And so have an abundance mindset, that don't worry, it's going to work out. That's something, that we deal with all the time because we're in such a small community. Joanna's in a big city, doesn't have to worry about that a whole lot where she's at. But if you've got that, this is a wrong word, but like incestuous environment, right, where everybody knows everybody, and it's a wrong word. I don't know what other word to use. And just make sure that you're thinking about what is best for everyone long term. And it is a mindset issue. It's a mindset issue of, oh, that was my person, that was my person. And there's no dibs in doTERRA, but do what's best for everybody.
Absolutely.
Can you tell I'm super passionate about that topic? So Joanna knows why. So when I first got into doTERRA, there was a huge issue with dibs and free sampling everybody. Oh, I talked to the person that's mine. And so, yeah, so it didn't go well when I first started in doTERRA. So I'm super passionate about that project, and just make sure you're always doing best for what's everybody, and it will work out. All right, happy morning, guys. Got off on a tangent there, but it was a good one. All right, have a good week. Thanks for coming on, Pam. And thanks, Joanna. Look forward to working with you more. Bye, guys.
Hi, everybody. Thank you.
you.
You're welcome.